edition of the Adrian Chambers. Ask a Member, your chance to learn about local businesses, one chamber member at a time. I'm Ann Hughes, president of the Adrian Area Chamber of Commerce, and with us today is Jim Cavender, owner of Diamond Jim's Pool Hall. Welcome, Jim.
Welcome. Thanks, Sam. I also own APA Pool Leagues for Hillsdale, Lenawee, and Jackson and Calhoun County as well, besides owning Diamond Gyms.
So you're a busy man.
I'm a busy guy. Okay. That is correct.
How long have you been in business, and why did you choose Adrian?
Back when I started my pool league business, I was only owning Hillsdale and Lenawee County at the time, and what happened was I had an opportunity to buy the pool hall I took over May of 2008, so that would have been 4 years ago, and basically what happened was I just started running my leagues out of my pool room, and they've kind of both grown together. It's been good.
Well, that's good. It's a good opportunity. Is this your first venture as an entrepreneur? Did you have another business earlier?
I've had my pool league business since 2000 in Hillsdale and Lenawee County, and that is it's almost, even though they're two separate businesses, it's almost like you got to approach them the same way. It's about relationship building with people, and that takes a long time to develop that stuff.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. It's all about people and how you relate to them, and
especially in a small community as well. Yes.
People need to get to know you. What do you enjoy the most about owning your own business?
You know, and I've done some workshops at JCC on the north side of town about this too. It's having complete control over basically my future. And you know, one of the things I tell some of the students when they come to that workshop is, any day when you're working for somebody else, not to be blunt about it, but any day you walk in the door can be your last day. And that's how it is in the real world. And owning your own business, to not make that work is basically you have nobody to blame but yourself. Yes, and nobody is going to be as passionate about it or work as hard as what you do.
And the flip side of that, what do you enjoy the least, or what's your biggest challenge owning your business?
There's an old saying in life that if you own your own business, it'll end up owning you, and it's true. You know, I just had 2 days off from both businesses, and it was phenomenal. It was everything I thought it would be, and you know, but you have to force yourself to have some downtime, because if you don't, you'll do 24/7, 7 days a week, and it is really, really, you got to watch out for that, or you'll get yourself burned out.
That's right.
For sure.
That's right.
Yes, and I am guilty of that, by the way.
I think most small business owners are.
Yes, and you know, even though Diamond Gyms, I've been in business 4 years, and my pool room's doing more than double the business it was 4 years ago. I didn't get that overnight. It took a lot of hard work from myself, and I have to compliment my mother too, who manages it now, but I wouldn't be able to do it without her either. She's retired, and she is retired, but she's not. So.
Oh, I know. Vicky stays very busy.
Yes, she does.
Later I was going to comment to you that, you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it also takes a village, as we both know, to operate and manage a small business.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about your mom.
I get my people skills from her, and I'm very fortunate. She actually, growing up, she used to do a lot of organizing bowling leagues in Jackson. She was a member of the Jackson Bowling Association board, and I just basically, she's helped me grow my APA pool leagues and plus Diamond Gyms, because I said it's the same stuff. It's just you're working with pool players instead of bowlers. And she, you know, I kind of had that instilled in me, how to go and approach people and just kind of be a people person at an early age. And I have her to thank for that.
And she definitely is a people person.
Yes.
Always has a smile on her face.
Yeah, and it's important, you know. And she's a hard worker as well. Her and my dad both are, and I get my work ethic from them. And you know, it's kind of like if you only approach it, and if you're not there all the time and you only want to put in 50% of the effort, that's your business isn't going to succeed, especially nowadays. You have to give it 110%.
That's for sure.
Yes.
What's the one thing you wish somebody had told you when you were thinking of going into business?
To make sure to take at least 1 week vacation from both a year, and because I actually went would be over 4 years without a break, and then I finally took one in January for about 5 days, and I went to Arizona, and it was very, very nice. But you got to watch out for getting yourself burned out, because from the time I get into this sometimes. In June, it's going to be a real busy month for me for tournaments. That from the time I get up to the time I go to sleep, and it's 14, 16 hours at least, I'm doing pool league or pool hall business. And you gotta watch out for that. And I'm not saying I don't love what I do. Everybody needs a break to recharge.
You can't do it 24/7 though.
No,
you need to recharge your batteries physically.
You just can't. And sometimes, when you get some player calls on some holidays, they can wait till the next day. Did I get a couple of phone calls yesterday? Yes, I did. But I answered them this morning, and I didn't do it yesterday, because you have to force yourself to take a little downtime. It's important.
And you are located in the first block of West Maumee Street, right here in downtown Adrian. There's been quite a bit of change in your facility, and I know you've got more planned. Can you briefly tell us about that?
I do, actually. Hopefully by the end of July, we're in the middle of getting all the language right now, but I will be owning the building. That's going to open up things a lot more for me, because you can get preservation grants and all that stuff, but I like the natural brick look a lot, so I will be finishing the west side of my wall and putting in my new counter and kitchen area. But certain things need to happen in order, because like right now, when they did the heating system, the cold air returns are in where my kitchen's going to be, and you can't have that in your food prep area. So I have to completely redo all my ductwork and central air system before I can get my kitchen in. But we're not going to do a full-blown kitchen. It's going to be something like on a day where it's raining like today, somebody can come in and get a soup and a sandwich for lunch. That type stuff is what we want to do. I don't want to get into like a full menu like Applebee's or even sauce or even JR's. I just want to be able to serve a soup and a sandwich or some chili and stuff. And that's going to keep it simple for people, and occasionally maybe get some pizza in there eventually. But I don't want to go full-blown thing, because do I have time to take all the food handler classes and all the licensing that you need to do that, and with the health department, I just don't. So I kind of told my mom that we got to curtail our menu back a little bit. So, but yes, hopefully by the end of the summer, I am going to be power washing the front of my building and getting a new awning and sign up front too. That's going to be my biggest summer project. Yeah.
We'll watch for that.
Yes, be watching for that, because I have a very pretty building with all the stone.
You do. You mentioned that you hold franchises for 4 American Pool Players Association leagues.
Yep.
And that keeps you busy, especially with 4. But we've also, that just earned you something very important.
It did, actually. That's what this is. I don't know if you can see that okay, but this is League Operator of the Year for Market Level 2. The way the APA does their market levels, it's based on population for all your franchise areas. So 1 to 400,000 people is a market level 1. I've since acquired Jackson and Calhoun County about a year and a half ago, and now I'm level 2, which I have 440,000 members, or population in all my 4 counties. And so I'm a level 2 market. I think anything 800,000 is a level 3, 1.5 million is level 4, and I believe anything over 2 million people is a level 5, which is the biggest market you can have. League Operator of the Year, that was something that took me 12 years to get. I've been at this since November of 2000, and to start from scratch. And I had, this past spring, I had 146 teams playing for me in 4 counties. This summer, I'm proud to say that I'm up over 38 teams from last summer, and I have 116 teams playing in the summer. And so, looking forward to bigger and better things this year, but that's a great honor, because it's not easy to get. I was up against 7 other people from the United States in my market level, and I won. To be the first one from Michigan to ever win 2 as far as the APA. The APA's been around Michigan since the early 80s, so yeah, it was good stuff. I was pretty emotional when I
So
won.
persistence pays off.
Yes, it does, yes.
Jim, before we wrap up, you can share one piece of advice or wisdom with other entrepreneurs. What would it be?
What would it be? Nobody, regardless of, you can hire salespeople, and especially like in my business, but the thing I've learned is in pool league business and in my pool hall business that nobody's going to work as hard at it as me. And there's one of the reasons why I'm successful is because I've worked very hard at it. A lot of people don't see that because they don't need to. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I handle that nobody sees, whether it be my players or my customers at the pool hall. And you got to get out there. If you own your own business, you're never going to work as hard as what you do when you own your own business, for sure. But the rewards, I got to tell you, the rewards are unbelievable. They're 10 times as much as you'll get from working for somebody else, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Pick something you love to do and try and make a living at it.
I definitely get paid
Yes.
for it. That's one of the best pieces of advice.
Exactly.
Jim, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ann.
And on your award, we appreciate your joining us today. And,
All right, I appreciate you having me.
This is Ann Hughes with the Adrian Area Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks.